Oh, that's fine. I'll probably leave it even in there. Before I had people complain they couldn't hear me.
Right.
Now they're complaining they're hearing the saddle. It's like some people you can't make happy.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm still getting the battery.
Huh?
I'm getting the battery.
Yeah, what color is it?
Orange?
On the top?
It's right in the middle of the screen.
That's record.
No, records up at the top. It says REC. It
Yeah.
has a battery with a line through it.
Well, if the battery's wore down, it's still going.
Okay, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be.
Well, it says record, so I guess we're okay.
Yeah. Well, good. And I know the plug works because.
Okay. Well, it said record. It says record.
Make sure my little blue light's on. Welcome back, True to Horse Horsemanship.
Take two.
Take two. Sorry, folks, but if this is the deal. When you're editing this stuff, me and a special person, we hear welcome back, True to Horsemanship so much. Actually, it sort of gets on your nerves. So she's laughing, and I start laughing, and Z, who owns this thoroughbred here, starts laughing. So anyhow, this is what we're talking about. Anyway, the thoroughbred. This is an off-track horse, been in quite a few years, but one of the things we ran into one day was I was riding in Z's saddle. He's quite a bit taller than I am, which that wouldn't take much, but anyway. And I squeezed this horse and we was at the track, at least in her mind. So, you know, this is how I got her to slow down. And right now we're in that anticipation mode. Out in the open, I do the same thing. And out in the open, she doesn't anticipate me so much because she is more apt to move forward. Now, this mare, she looks familiar. You saw her in the One Ring Stop series. Really bend that neck a little bit, and that's what I want. So what I did with this mare, I started out a walk, and I'm going to actually sit down, squeeze, and put a little spur to her, and make her back up. So instead of her thinking squeeze means go like Banshee, I got her thinking squeeze means stop. Now sit down on my butt. And some people out there say, well, what if you want to go forward? That's easy. I squeeze and I ride forward. That's the whole thing. We had a lot of things to work with this mare, getting her given to the bit. And right now she wants to flip that head a little bit, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'll keep my hands steady. And we're going to just walk her out. Then when I ask for a stop, sit back on my cantle. If I have to use my hands to back up when I squeeze her with my legs, I will. And then I'll ride her forward. You know, that way, like I said, if I squeeze this mare, she ain't thinking she got to run like a Banshee. Like I said, I'm going to squeeze her again, sit back. Now you notice this mare, I've done enough homework that she automatically now, let's see if I can get her to do it without touching her mouth, she gets in frame herself for the back. I'm not picking up her mouth. So from there we'll go into a trot. Like I said, she's in anticipation mode right now. That's the bad thing about this, like I said, she'll start anticipating me. Sorry, we got to work on something else here real quick. And what I did, I'm going to pick up my inside rein to set that head a little bit. Make her settle. She's trying to get away from my hands. Pick up that inside rein, use that inside leg a little bit, get her to bend. So I had a trot. Good girl. Now right there I stopped her with my heels. I didn't use my hands. You know, what I'm going to do, what I did right then, she wants to get in a hurry. Now right there I backed it up with my hands. I'm looking for a nice little jog, not for that. And what I did, I squeezed her just a little bit with my knees and I expect her to slow down. Like right there, that's right there, I squeezed it with my knees. Instead of extending a trot, you get a little jog going here. I'm going to back it up a little bit with my hands. I squeeze first and then pull. Because I want, if I just squeeze it with my knees, I expect her to slow down. Like right there. Move off when I say move off. Right there, she fell on my leg. That's why I picked it up, and yes, I got after a little bit. As I gave her some inside leg over outside leg here, wanted her to come off, and she fell in it. Right there, she was anticipating, so I just rolled her forward a little bit. There she gets in a hurry. I'm gonna slam her down. That was better. Yes. Now, like I said, we're going counterclockwise now. And if you know at the track, this is the way it goes. And she used to run like a banshee going this way. Right there, she got in a hurry. Someone squeeze her, back her up. Let her settle for a minute. She got in a hurry again. I'm going to shut her down. It's going to take, you know, to fine tune it. Because like I said, she's in anticipation mode. And she just is getting over a small back, sore back. And horses, unfortunately, once they get a little sore, you take the pain away from them, they still think they're sore. They're not like us. So, and some people say, well, go to less bit. Well, I'm trying to get this mare to slow down, and so I need something in here. And if you notice, I'm not pulling on her mouth, but if I gotta have something in there strong enough that when I go in there, I can tell her, yeah, I can ride her in a O-ring, but I really have to hang on her then. I don't want to hang on her. And she has gotten soft in an O-ring bit. But right now we're putting the finishing touches on her. Squeeze her a little bit. Squeeze her a little bit. Squeeze her a little bit. Right there, that time, yeah, I grabbed her because I squeezed hard enough to stop her, and she didn't go. See, the difference is, I'm not going to let her, when I say talk to her, I'm going to talk loud and clear. And she usually, like I said, this mare came a long way. Zeke, remember, we went a few trips like crazy, and she's got a little bit more, but she'll be all right. Like I said, she usually is riding better than this, but I think a lot of it's got to do with her back, and that'll be the first thing I check after I unsalvage her back, because for how much she was popping that head, because that's what we found out last week, where she was a little bit sore through the back. So anyway, all I'm doing with this mare is teaching her and stuff. Squeezing means fast, squeezing means slow. And we're going to hit that time right where we're at now. She's anticipating when we're in the arena or in here. When we're out in the trail, I'm doing it out there too. She don't anticipate me as much. She's more willing to go forward. So she'll get together. And like I said, that one part of the video, if I want to squeeze and go forward, I'm going to ride forward. If I want to squeeze and back up and stop, I'm going to ride backwards like I'm doing right now. Ride forward and squeeze, sit back. I'm going to ride with the rest of my body and not just my legs. Now today we had vice versa. The buckskin mare rode nice and
Right.
horses, gotta love them. Anyway, so that's a little tidbit. Like I said, instead of your horse squeezing mean fast, teach them squeezing mean slow, and learn how to use the rest of your body. Saw this mare flipping her head a lot, and last week we found out she was sore back. I gave her, because of rain and everything, she had some time off, plus I used a different pad on her. So I'm going to double check. And where she was sore at was right through here. She's just a tad bit. She's not like she was. I'm talking to Z, the owner of this mare. Right there. She's last week she was fine. She was sore on both parts. Right now she's fine, not bad through there, but she's still got one right there. There's one little spot.
Under her withers?
Huh?
Under her withers where you...
Oh, here she's fine. Well, right there she's... No, it's right here now. That's right, last week it was under her withers.
Hey, would you mind putting them up first? I gotta get moving.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, but maybe we should probably close that if the horse is loose.
Oh, you're gonna roll.
But yes, right here she's sore. Last week Z just reminded me she was sore through here. But today I used a pad that was built up for this area, for the withers. And I was looking at that saddle, there's a little bit of room, so I got a pad over there for older horses that I'll be able to pad up this whole area. Some people would double pad her, which would be all right, but with her this high wither, she's going to need just a little bit more. And with I got a pad for sway back horses that will work on her, even though she's not really sway back. So that's where a lot of that head tossing was coming from, was her being sore right through here. Now right now you notice, and you can use a pencil to check a horse's back, a lighter, ballpoint pen, not the pen itself, but the plastic top of it. All you gotta do is run your fingers or that device down their spine. And most time a horse is going to be sore, be right here at the withers or right here in the kidney area, because that's where the pressure's at. So that's a little tidbit how to check the back out. It's not that, and all you got to do is like her, you can see her.
Maybe turn her sideways.
Well, I think, can you?
Well, we got that. Now let's see if
Okay.
we can see it from the side. You can edit that out.
Yeah, I can edit it out.
I'm going to do a little close-up on it.
Yeah.
So you can see it here.
So what I'm going to do is take this so you can see her reaction, and it's pretty evident, because right here where she's, I'm going to push a little harder right now, and you can see her drop that back out, and over here she's really dropping that back, and that's telling me she's sore all through this area. So like I said, I'll have to use a different pad and give her a few more days off. Poor old mare. So, you know, you don't have to call a vet out, check the horse's back. You know, save you a vet call, because if I'm going to use her neck, I'm going to make believe this is a horse's back. If I go across her back like this and she's not sore, you're not going to have no reaction. But if they're sore anywhere, their back's going to get hollowed out just like she did. It's not rocket scientist. Yeah, that'd be the easiest way. I got another horse here that I showed you that mare. I'm going to use the same tool. And some people say they would jump no matter what. I'm going to use the same thing, the same pressure. I'm getting nothing. Now, you do got to watch for horses like us, for ticklers. Don't just go one time and they drop out. At least do it about 3 times. And on that 3rd time, if their back drops out, you'll know something's going on. Now, right there, I use the same pressure and no reaction from this mare, who's actually the daughter of the first mare. And you can tell it. Anyway, so that's a little tidbit on how to check a horse's back. As I always say, be true to the horse, they'll be true to you. First and foremost, be true to yourself. And to my kids and a special person out there, Wash Day Lake K&E, God bless, take care.